Hey, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm gonna talk about top 5
best 4K TVs under $500.
Starting at number 5.
Hisense 65-inch. If you want a bigger TV while sticking to your budget, the step-down Hisense 65U6K, or Hisense U6/U6K, is the best TV under $500 in a 65-inch size, as you can still find that model for around $500. It doesn't get as bright as the Hisense U7K, but it still delivers surprisingly decent performance for the price. It looks amazing in a dark room thanks to its excellent contrast ratio, and it has a full-array local dimming feature to improve the picture quality in dark scenes, although there's blooming around bright objects. If you want to use it in a bright room, it has good peak brightness in SDR with decent reflection handling, so glare isn't an issue even if you have some lights around. Like the more expensive Hisense, it supports HDR10+ and Dolby Vision HDR, although it doesn't support advanced DTS audio formats, and it doesn't get bright enough in HDR for highlights to really stand out. Unfortunately, its image processing is significantly worse than on the higher-tier model, so there's visible digital noise when watching low bitrate content from streaming platforms. Nevertheless, it runs the same great Google TV Smart interface, which is fast and smooth even on this cheaper model. It's a great TV for gaming, as it has superb low input lag and VRR support for a responsive, nearly tear-free gaming experience. However, it's limited to a 60 Hz refresh rate, meaning you can't take full advantage of current-gen gaming consoles, but it's hard to find low-cost TVs with a 120 Hz refresh rate, so you'll have to spend more for the U7K if that matters to you.
Coming at number 4.
Hisense 55-inch. The best TV under $500 we've tested is the Hisense 55U7K or Hisense U7K, although its 55-inch size sits just a tad above that amount when not on sale. It's easily the best TV at that price point, with an amazing selection of extra features. Watching movies or shows at night in a dark room is fantastic due to its excellent contrast ratio and local dimming feature, so blacks are deep and stay that way when highlights are on screen. The TV also gets very bright, allowing it to showcase its very wide color gamut, creating a vibrant HDR viewing experience. Dolby Vision and HDR10+ are both supported, as well as advanced DTS audio formats, so you can take full advantage of whatever content you're watching. Its reflection handling is fantastic, so it handles bright glare with ease. Unfortunately, the TV has a narrow viewing angle, so the image is degraded when viewed from the sides, but this is true of every TV on this list. It runs the Google TV Smart interface, which has a great selection of streaming channels, including many free streaming services. There's minimal blur and fast action due to its fast response time, so it's a fantastic TV for gamers. It supports every VRR technology for a nearly tear-free gaming experience, and it has two HDMI 2.1 bandwidth ports, each capable of up to 4K at 144 Hz, so it can take full advantage of a recent PC graphics card or gaming console. The TV is also a fantastic option for a home theater setup, as its image processing is very good overall, so content looks good no matter its source. Ultimately, the Hisense U7K is one of the best bang-for-the-buck TVs on the market.
At number 3.
LG B3 OLED. It's the most expensive TV you're going to find on this list, but the LG B3 OLED is truly a force to be reckoned with in the budget TV space. Instead of spending upwards of $2,000 on an OLED, the B3 OLED offers all the benefits of the panel technology, and more, for right around $1,000. For folks looking for the barest of bones OLED, the A2 OLED is great too, but the B3 goes well above its little brother by adding a 120 Hz native panel, two HDMI 2.1 ports and a better processor to the mix. In terms of performance, it hits a peak brightness of 635 nits, about the same as the Hisense and TCL, but has the ability to cover 99.9724% of the Rec. 709 color space and a color accuracy, measured by a delta E value, of 1.8943. For gamers, cinephiles and really anyone who wants an amazing TV experience, these are some of the best numbers you're going to find at this price point.
Number 2 of my list.
Roku Plus Series. The Roku Plus Series 4K QLED TV marks the streaming giant's first foray into sets after long focusing on software and set-top and plug-in devices, and the move is a successful one. In addition to delivering a ton of screen for its starting price of $499, these TVs also give you surprisingly good picture quality and sound, two things that are usually the first to go with budget sets. So what makes this such a great budget TV? First off, despite its lower price and plastic build quality, it's actually a nice-looking screen. Secondly, though, Roku uses a QLED screen in the Plus series, which means it's able to produce more vivid colors and reach a higher peak brightness. You can't shift too far off axis or else that color begins to fade, however, it looks great when you're facing front on. If you don't mind making a few compromises on refresh rate, unlike the LG B3 OLED further down on this list, this one's limited to 60 Hz, it's a rock-solid budget pick.
And number 1.
Hisense U6K Mini. You can't have a list of the best budget TVs without mentioning the Hisense U6K. It might not have the peak levels of brightness that the Hisense U8K has, but it sports a mini LED backlight that enables better contrast with above-par black levels and a quantum, or color saturation. Tack on Google TV and VRR support for consoles, and you're getting a lot of the best features at a much lower price point. Why we think it's better than all the rest is that, thanks to its mini LED backlight system, the U6K has much better brightness and contrast and a lower likelihood of the dreaded dirty screen effect from non-uniform lighting elements compared to the competition. It also uses Google TV which, although a bit temperamental, is one of the slickest smart TV platforms available. If you want the best bang for your buck, the Hisense U6K can't be beat.
Check out this video description for latest price and more informations. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe and stay tuned.